Alien Covenant, the sequel to the prequel to the main series of Alien. Is it any good? What do you think, Leo?
I think it's a better version of this movie, and that's not saying much because that movie sucks ass. It's a whole new crew, it's the Covenant, and the Covenant's on their way, and then you get bad science where they have to stop and repair the ship. And the ship, they come out of the ship and they're like, oh look, there's this alien planet over here that we completely missed. Let's go over here and let's do this detour. They go over to the alien planet, and it turns out the aliens from Alien are on this planet. And then everyone makes the stupidest decisions possible as they all get killed.
So there are a couple of things that we do like about this movie. First is the overall tone, which is done very well and definitely captures that gritty sci-fi feel that we've all come to know and love. And second is Michael Fassbender's beautiful performance of Walter and David. He somehow pulls a magnificent performance of himself kissing himself along with himself fingering his own flute while the other person blows. It's like incest but with yourself. It's an elegant joke, and sometimes I wonder if Ridley Scott just throws this stuff in to make sure people are listening. Honestly, this is an Aliens movie. I came for the chest bursters, not for the fingering. That I can watch that online for free. So other things about this movie that we like.
Let's be real about this. Who in the world wrote this movie? This movie has its head up its own ass. I have never seen such preachiness and such stupidity from the characters as I've seen in this movie. Every single character makes the dumbest decision at the worst possible moment, and they follow every single horror trope to the T. Oh my god. Everyone makes the dumbest decision at the worst possible moment. Who wrote this? And then when you have this preachiness, you have this Prometheus-y, philosophical debates about creation versus evolution. When you stick that into this movie and you're being serious about it and you're taking this overly serious tone, having these stupid parts ruins it. You want to be intelligent, but in the end you just have this uneven movie. And the characters, there's such unmemorable characters in this film. Everyone is married in this movie, and I don't know who's married to who. They spent no time setting these characters up at all. All they're like is like, oh no, can I talk to my wife? Oh, she's dead. Moving on. There's not a single tear shed. There's no emotional payoff. This movie spends all its time talking with Michael Fassbender. Michael Fassbender and the other Michael Fassbenders. This movie could have been called Alien Covenant, Michael Fassbender. This movie is 2 hours long. You couldn't have found half an hour out of the Fassbender time to spend with the freaking characters? Come on!
I just want to let you know that I actually do think the characters are memorable, and I can name them with my 2 hands. The characters in order of appearance are David, Walter, Daniels, man with cowboy hat, Captain, girl who has sex, black dude, guy who has an infection, and finally, my favorite, misgendered alien. See, I remember all of them. I don't know what you're talking about.
You forgot some characters.
Oh, yeah?
Michael Fassbender, Michael Fassbender, Michael Fassbender, Michael Fassbender, Michael Fassbender. And did I forget Michael Fassbender?
Oh, I think you forgot Michael Fassbender.
Oh, okay.
This is a movie that I come for to see the violence. I want to see people's chests get ripped open. I want to see aliens biting people out. Instead, you know what we get? A philosophical debate over whether God has abandoned his creations and what happens when the creations decide that they want to become the creator. Do we need the answer to this question? I just wanted some alien wing wong, not this. So,
by the way, James Franco is in the trailer more than he is in this movie. It's absurd. Continue.
Yes. So, overall, we think this movie, although it has some redeeming aspects, is overall a story mess and chooses to put its head inside its own ass rather than focus on the plot. We give this movie, I give it a 7 out of 10. Leo, you've given it a?
I'm giving this a 4 out of 10. This movie is really well crafted by Ridley Scott. The problem is the writing was crafted by a 3-year-old. I'm not even done. The climax was not satisfying at all. Who taught you how to write? 4 out of 10.
Alien Covenant. Get hugged by a face hugger because that will definitely be better than watching this movie.
Where is it?
Okay, seriously, how did that line make it into the script?
Yeah.
You blow while I finger you. That's literally the line.
Yes, Ridley Scott does like to throw in some occasional sexual innuendos, and that was pretty damn obvious.
Seriously, if you haven't seen this movie, that line is in there.
That line is in there.